Hey friends, what's up? Today is another Moto Social day. It's the first Wednesday of every month, and we are at a place called the Grackle, downtown Austin. There's not a whole lot of parking here, so people are gonna have to get creative once it starts filling up, because everything out in front of me is pretty much street parking, and you gotta, there's really nowhere to park. So anyways, I'm gonna check out some stuff. I'm here early. There's only a handful of people here. You can see the parking lot behind me is pretty empty, so that'll fill up soon. And I'll catch up with you in a little while. Later. All right, we're here with a new friend, Keenan. Keenan, how's it going, man?
It's going good.
You just pulled in. You're on a Kawasaki. What bike are you riding right now?
It's a 2014 Kawasaki Versys 650.
Is that your, we were talking before, that's your first bike, right?
Yeah, it's my first bike. Had it about 2 months now and absolutely love it so far. It's been amazing.
Oh, very cool. So how long in total have you been riding? Have you ridden before this or not really, like other people's bikes or stuff like that?
Yeah, so before this, I really don't have much experience, especially riding on the road. Before, it's just a little bit of dirt bikes, four-wheelers, kind of stuff like that. So not too much.
Oh, okay, cool. So let's take a look at it. Have you done anything to it?
Nothing but an oil change yet.
And it's a 2014. Looks really good shape.
Yeah, so far it's been pretty good so far.
And since this is your first bike, and you have any aspirations to like get something bigger?
Oh yeah, definitely down the road.
What bike would that be?
Oh man. Maybe an R6 or a ZX6R. Those are definitely catching my attention.
Oh, Yamaha R6, so you want like a sport bike, huh?
I don't know yet. I'm still kind of on the fence between if I want more of a sport bike or kind of stick with like the adventure bike style, but definitely figure that out as I ride a little more.
All right, very cool. Well, thanks for sharing your bike with us and talking to me for a quick second. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, of course. Y'all have a good one.
All right, cool. All right, folks, we're here with a new friend, Daniel. Daniel, how's it going, man? Good to meet you.
Doing well. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, so I saw you pulling here earlier, but I didn't know where you went. I was trying to find you, and you happened to come out. You're riding a really cool bike. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so this is my 2024 BMW M1000XR. Bought this thing brand new a couple months ago, I think April in springtime. I've got around 2,500 miles on it, so I've taken it to the Twisted Sisters already. I burned up and down 35. Amazing. A lot of modifications I've done to it, some personalization, some aesthetics, but this bike is a blast, and I'm a huge fan. I'm in love with it for sure.
So what kind of major things have you done to it so far?
So far, I have completely modified the exhaust, so I have Akrapovic headers on it. I have a Race Tech can. I have a Brent Tuning Stage 1 tune. I also have Brent Tuning velocity stacks on it. For performance, I think that's where I'm at. And then I've just done a couple little tweaks here and there. I've got the smoked windscreen. I've got tinted headlights.
That windscreen is the same size as stock?
Yeah, it's the same size as stock, but in the U.S. they don't send you smoked. It's clear.
It's clear.
Yeah, so I got the smoked windscreen.
Same with my bike.
I got crash bars on it. I don't think they'll do any good if I lay it down because of the winglets on there. But the bike is super light. I think we can attribute that to the carbon wheels. This thing is amazingly agile. You can just whip in and out of traffic. And I'm not saying that I lane filter or lane split, but this is the bike to do it if you were going to.
And you got some changed out the brake lights or the blinkers and all that
stuff?
Yeah,
so I got bi-directional blinkers on the front, so you can see the turn signals either in front of me or behind me. And typically the stock ones have a black backing, so you can only see them facing forward. And then in the back, I have super bright LEDs. I think they're called Moto Gadget blaze LED lights in the back, but they're super bright.
All right, cool. And then before this, how long have you been riding?
Yeah, so I've been riding total collectively probably about 20 years. All different kinds of bikes. I've never owned the same style of bike. Right now I have a Harley Road King. I have the MXR. I have an Indian FTR. On Friday I'm going to pick up a Honda Africa Twin for adventure riding, off-road riding.
A bike for every situation.
Yeah, I feel like if you're going to own motorcycles, you have to have each one for a different experience.
Yeah.
So, but this is my first BMW, and this is my first. Well, I had a Ducati Multistrada Pikes Peak before this one. Both sort of sport touring. But this certainly is king of the hill for bikes. It's an amazing BMW.
My buddy I ride with a lot's got one of these, but it's the S1000XR.
Okay.
It's not the M version, and he bought some bags for it aftermarket. But it does come with, you can get BMW bags. He got, I think, SW Motec bags, just because the price is just crazy on the BMW ones. Does this one get bags?
No bags.
No, because it's the M version, so you'd have to get aftermarket.
Version. I would have to do soft bags, or some sort of aftermarket setup. But the M version, I believe, it's like a track build for the most part.
Yeah, exactly.
I
was wondering that.
Carbon wheels, carbon bits here and there. It's really meant to compete with like the Ducati Multistrada RS and hit the track. It's not really, although it's a sport tourer, I don't know that it's a touring bike.
I think it's a touring bike for those that love inline four sport engines.
Speed. Yeah, okay, there you go. All right.
High-end speed.
Yeah. Okay. I will modify my statement and say it's a very fast sport touring bike.
But you've got the tune we talked about before, Brent tune from BT Moto.
Yeah.
This out of the box is 205 horsepower, if I'm correct. So with that tune, you've probably bumped it up another 5 to 10 or more.
Yeah, I think based on what the Brent Tune website says, I'm bumping it up around 10 horsepower, and that's including the velocity stacks that I put in, included in that number. So I haven't had it tuned or dyno tuned to measure that. Seat of the pants feel, she's a bad girl.
You can feel it.
Yeah, she's a bad girl. So I would be very disappointed if it was under 200 with all those modifications.
Yeah, well, I think out of the box is 205. It's probably not really. If you took a stock bike and threw it on a dyno, it'd probably be like maybe 200 or 198 or something like that.
Yeah.
But either way, it is a fun bike. And I test rode it. I'm right now editing a video. I did a demo day with all the BMWs. I rode like 5 different bikes. This was my favorite. I just loved how I mentioned to you before how it, like when you get on it, your legs just go zoom right into the tank. They're like, it fits like a glove.
It
just feels like so cool.
She begs to go fast.
Yeah.
Right. She wants to be ridden like a sports touring motorcycle. Like you get on it, it's light. Like I said, it's light, it's agile. You got the carbon wheels. You're scooped into the, I don't want to say it's a cockpit, but you're straddled in there, and it's like, let's go. It's great.
Now, do you find this is stock seat?
It is a stock seat.
Do you feel that this pins you in and you can't move around too much, or can you move?
I move around a lot.
You can move around?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm 6 foot, 180, 185. I move around quite a bit on that seat. I wouldn't mind re-padding it with something a little bit more sticky, because this is just kind of like a smooth, whatever the
it's just like with flat leather.
I know a lot of people put like tank guards on it so you can grip with your legs and your knees or whatever. That may come, but right now I'm leaving her as pretty as possible.
Yep. Yeah, it's not much really anything you have to do to it.
No, and the M, one of the package benefits for the M is you get the black and you get the M color package. And you get all the carbon.
That's a funny thing a lot of people don't understand is there's like the full M and then there's the M package.
Yeah.
So like the M package usually is the white, red, and blue one that's got like M exterior stuff, but not the titanium inside engine parts.
Right. You got the titanium inside engine parts. You got my shift levers and gear linkages are all not titanium, but billet. Like I said, there's carbon everywhere you look. And my brake and shift levers are billet as well, fully adjustable billet. All those things come with the M version.
Yeah. That's cool. Are you glad you bought it?
Man, I'm really close to saying this might be my favorite bike I've ever owned. It's too soon for me to say that. Like I said, I have about 2,500 miles on it, but it's really fun.
What bikes did you ride in the past?
Yeah,
were you more a sport bike guy? Or
no, I was more of a cruiser guy.
Oh, really?
Like I've had a bunch of Harleys over the years, and I just love the low and slow, and even my Harleys are built motors. Like my Road King is 2017 Road King, fully built motor, dyno tune, plenty of power on that thing, and I love that bike. I'm in love with that bike. This bike is so fun to ride. If I walk out in my garage, I'm not sure which one I'm going to take. This is just so fun.
Whichever one's wagging the tail more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The
That's
Harley,
cool.
if I had to get groceries. This one, if I'm just blasting through the hill country having fun.
Yeah.
That's my fun answer.
Yeah, I got back. I never wanted, mine's the RS, so it's the Sport Tourer from BMW.
Yeah.
And I want to keep it sporty looking, so I got like a pod on the back, and it looks real sporty. But we went out to the Twisted Sisters, and I said, geez, I got to get bags or something. I got to change the clothes and everything.
Yeah.
So I bought those SW Motec bags, put them on. I said, when I come back, I'll take them off.
Yeah.
And I never did, because they matched the bike perfectly. They look great.
Okay.
And I love having bags to throw my cameras in. To, if I'm out, my wife calls and, we're out of apples or whatever.
Right.
I go to the store and get some.
Yeah.
I got bags now.
I may look into that, but she's so pretty, I would hate to put a bag on her right now. But
yeah, the SW Motecs are black with a red logo, so it kind of fit the scheme here.
Yeah.
And they're soft, but they do have a rigid inside, so they're not like floppy.
a little protective.
And they don't stick way out, and they're really easy to get off and on. It just lays across here.
Okay.
And they attach.
Something to look at for sure.
Yeah, and they're about, I think.
Yeah.
For the saddle, they're called Blaze. I think it's $500.
I don't want to say that I'm super brand loyal. I'm not going to be a BMW guy. I'm not going to be a Harley guy. Like I said, I've got an Indian, I got a Harley, I got a BMW. I'm going to get a Honda. I'm not a brand loyalty person, I guess. So I would go outside of BMW to look for a bag. I would find the best bag and look for that, I guess. The best accessories.
Definitely. This is definitely not a bike you're going to want to just like have bags on and like tank bags and stuff.
She's too pretty.
No.
Yeah, look at her. I mean,
but if you wanted to take this out to the sisters, you're not going to put a backpack on them. You got to do something, or you got to go with buddies that have storage. Say, hey, buddies, hold my stuff.
I was going to say, so I did go with a buddy on a GS. Out to the sisters.
You loaded him up.
And I loaded him up. Yeah, because he had the two panniers and the top box, and I took this, and
Cool. All right, Daniel. Well, thanks a lot for talking with me and introducing your bike. It's a beauty, man. It's an awesome bike.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Heck yeah, dude.
Take care.
Yeah.
All right, we're here with another new friend. This is April. April, how are you doing? Nice to meet you.
Great, nice to meet you too, Jeff.
Yeah, nice to meet you. So I saw you pull in earlier on a pretty cool bike. What do you got? Tell us all about it.
Well, I have a 2018 Sportster 1200 engine, and it's a special edition. It has this kind of old school like AMF style from the 70s. And
yeah, that tank looks nice.
Yeah, well, when I saw it, I didn't understand why I liked it, but I met my stepbrother this week, and we were talking about his old bike, and I think he rode an AMF, and he used to take me on it, like dirt bike riding in the big backyard. So so that's why I think it really resonated.
It does.
with me.
It does.
Yeah.
The colors definitely look like that.
Yeah.
So is this your first bike, and also like how long you been riding?
Well, this is my first bike. I want to say I got it in September, so I've been only riding for like 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
Oh wow, and you're riding a Harley. Nice.
Yeah, I know. Everyone told me to get a small bike, and then it was like, no.
Well, you can flat foot this, right?
Huh?
You can flat feet on the
as long, for the most part, yeah.
Okay.
So.
And have you done anything to this bike? Like any custom things to make it your own yet?
The only thing I've done was add the crash bars that we see here. It's a Swedish brand, and I lived in Sweden for 14 years, and I mean, it's an awesome brand. I had to actually take off the forward controls, so never having any, mechanical experience. So in order to put it on, I had to take off the brakes, the clutch, in order to bolt it on, and then I had to put everything back in place again. A 20-minute job took about 6 hours because I had to make multiple trips.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
So,
Well, that's good. Well, yeah, you did it yourself. That's good. I mean,
DIY.
I've went on YouTube and learned how to do things myself and go out in the garage and attempt to do it, and hopefully I do it right.
That's what I did, and I can tell you I put the clutch on in the wrong place, and I figured it out because when I put my foot, I'm like, this isn't right.
Well, that's the best education.
I'm upside down. So.
You'll never do that again, and you know how to do it now.
Yeah, I do. So
it's awesome.
that was really awesome. So
very cool. How about these mirrors? Are they easy to look at because you kind of look down?
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting used to it. It's not like driving a car. There's no rear view mirror, but they're okay. But that would probably be something I could probably experiment with.
And
I think for the next project I have is to replace my clutch and brake lever because I can't reach the left turn signal when I pull in the clutch. My hands are too small, so I have to get like maybe a 2-finger lever.
Is the clutch a hard pull for you?
It's hard, but even when it's full, I can't reach. So like,
it's like if you get stuck in traffic, it's kind of hard to keep in and out.
Yeah, I'm going that way and hold. Yeah, so it's a bit worse. Sometimes I'll reach over and push the button with my right hand. So, but that's my next project.
How about the suspension on this? Is it, if you hit bumps, is it jarring or is it pretty smooth?
I think it's fairly okay. The only thing I think I did learn was when I was just like going 40, which was pretty fast, you know, down a like a normal street.
Yeah.
But there were some like construction bumps, and I didn't realize, you know, like when I'm holding the clutch and the brake and having smaller hands, you know, I literally almost like let go of my handlebars over the bump. So that's something I have to be mindful about, is like making sure that my hands are like, if I am holding the brake or that I have like enough, you know, grip on the handlebars. Otherwise, if I'm going fast on the highway, I really just try to get my hands on the handlebars, or on the grips, because I want to make sure if I hit a bump, I'm going to be holding my bike and not just flying off. So.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I think most new riders probably don't even think about the reach or your hand size or how hard it is to pull in the brake or the clutch or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Very cool. So you're enjoying it, right?
Oh, I'm loving it. Loving it.
And
totally.
so did you do your MSF like course here?
Yeah,
and then
I did it. Yeah, I did it through Harley. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's probably like Total Rider or something like that. Like you went somewhere to go through the.
Yeah, well they do
riding.
it in the back of what's that place called? Cabela's.
Oh, okay.
Buda, so for 2 days, and I mean that was really humbling. I didn't realize how hard it was to ride a motorcycle with all the shifting, and I think I dropped the bike like 4 times that weekend. But I think as soon as I fell with the bike, then it was like, oh, this isn't so bad, you know. So I got that fear out of the way, and I think
that's what it is. It's a mental thing. You get in the way, but once you ride, you can pretty much ride any bike.
Right.
It doesn't matter how tall or short you are, you can figure it out.
Yeah, true.
Very cool. All right, April, thanks for talking to us and introducing your bike. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, you too. Nice meeting you, Jack.
Yeah,
so
nice.
Much.
And have a nice time and a safe ride home.
Oh, definitely. Bye.
All right, that's it. It's a wrap. I'm tired. I'm heading home. This was a good meetup. I think there's about 70 bikes here. So thanks to all the people that talked to me and put in the video. It was very cool. And we'll see you next time. I'm just tired and sleepy, so I'm heading out. Bye.